Hello everyone, welcome back. So this is Chelsea here. Today we are diving into the fascinating world of web application middleware and cookie authentication in ASP.NET. So let's start by understanding the web application middleware is all about. Web application middleware acts as a bridge between operating system and our application. It provides a range of services and tools to help streamline the development, deployment, and management of web applications. This middleware can include various components such as web server, application server, caching systems, message queues, and authentication providers, which all work together to enhance the performance and security of our web applications. Now we're going to talk about a crucial aspect of web application development, which is HTTP cookies. So cookies are small text files that websites store on a user computer or device. They're used to remember information about users such as their preferences or login status to provide a more personalized experience. When a user visits a website, the server sends a cookie to the user browser. The browser then stores the cookie and sends it back to the server with each subsequent request, allowing the server to recognize the user and maintain the session. There are different types of cookies, including session cookies, persistence cookies, and third party cookies, each serving different purposes and having implications for privacy and security. So, we're going to delve into cookie authentication ASP.NET. In ASP.NET, cookies are created and sent to client's browser upon successful authentication. These cookies contain information that identify the user and their session. The client browser stored the cookie and it's sent back to the server with each subsequent request, allowing the server to validate the user and maintain the session. The server validates the received cookie to ensure that authenticity and integrity, typically using cryptographic signatures or other security measures. Moving on, let's explore RFC 7235, which is a specification for HTTP authentication. It defines various authentication, basic authentication, digest authentication, bureau authentication, mutual authentication, which allows web server to challenge clients for authentication information. So basically, it allows the authentication workflow, which involves the client requesting a resource, the server responding with a 401 unauthorized status and a www authenticate header, and the client resending the request with the required authentication information in the authorization header. So now let's ensure the security of our user password with password hashing. Storing password in a plain text is a big no. Instead, passwords should be hashed using secure algorithms like bcrypt, argon2, or pbkdf2 before storage. Adding a unique salt to each password before hashing helps prevent dictionary and rainbow table attacks, while iterative hashing makes brute forcing the hash more computationally expensive for attackers. ASP.NET Core Identity provides a secure and scalable password hasher, which uses the PBK-DF2 algorithm by default, making it difficult for attackers to brute force passwords. Lastly, let's explore claim-based authentication and authorization. So, claim-based authentication involves generating a set of claims about the user, such as their role, permission, attributes, and issuing a authentication token like a JWT containing these claims. Claim-based authorization allows the application to make access control decision based on the claims in the user authentication token, providing a flexible and scalable approach to access control. So that's a wrap for this tutorial. I hope you found this overview of web application, middleware, and cookie authentication in ASP.NET helpful. Thank you for tuning in and happy coding.